Hi there, class of 2020. Congratulations on graduating high school. This is a pretty big moment for you and your parents. Even though it's a pandemic and things aren't quite traditional, it's still a really big accomplishment, and I hope you take the time to enjoy this. My name is Jenna Scott. I'm here to talk some credit, well, specifically credit cards with you. You might have heard a little bit about credit cards growing up. A lot of the things you probably heard were negative. Don't do it. All you can do is get into credit card debt. All very legit concern. But if used properly, credit cards can actually be a super useful financial tool to have in building your credit, maintaining your credit, and just even having more flexible purchasing power. So I'm just going to kind of explain a little bit about credit cards. This isn't a sales pitch for you, but just so that you have the information on what to look for when you're making those decisions of whether you want a credit card or not. So I guess first off, what is a credit card? It's not a debit card. You're using money that isn't yours to make purchases basically on demand. It's super useful for anything online, and I'm sure in a pandemic situation, you guys have had to order some stuff online, perhaps majority of your stuff online. You might have had to borrow mom and dad's credit card to do so. As you're becoming 18, you're moving out of the house. This can be part of your responsibility and your freedom in having your own credit card. The thing with credit cards is you have to realize, like I said before, it's not your money. So you are going to have to pay it back. The credit card company will allow you to put purchases on the card. It'll accumulate over the month, and then at the end of the month, they send you a lovely little statement saying what you owe. They will have on there that you can make this lovely little minimum payment as well. Keep in mind, whatever you don't pay at the end of the month is what you're going to be charged in interest. And these guys can charge you up to pretty much 21% interest. And if you think that is insane, it kind of is. But when you sign on the dotted line that you want a credit card, you acknowledge the fact that whatever you don't pay off in full is subject to that much interest. So how do you get along using these cards to get the perks without getting dinged for interest? Basically, you just pay it off by the end of the month. You know your limit, you stay within it, and you make those payments as you need to. So great, you're making your payments, things are hunky-dory. How are we getting any benefit out of this? Well, every month when that credit card statement comes through, you make that regular payment, whether it be the minimum payment or the full amount. As long as you're making regular payments, you're showing that you can handle credit effectively. So as long as you are making at least the minimum payment and paying off in small increments that major purchase, your credit score isn't actually going to be affected. It's going to still grow, it's going to still maintain because you are still making regular payments and paying what you need to pay. You just might get stuck paying a bit of extra interest because you're going to have a balance owing on that card. So with a good credit score, then when you go to turn around and apply for a loan, such as a house loan, a mortgage, or for a car, what you're going to have is A, you'll actually have a credit score because you've started with a credit card, and B, it should be a strong score, showing that you have had credit in the past, you've handled it well, and that you are responsible for making your payments. It's going to be a lot easier to get a loan in the future if you actually have a credit score to start with. Okay, so I guess the perks of having a credit card are just ease of purchasing power. You can use it anywhere in place of cash. The other perk is you have now a credit score and you can build and maintain that credit score. The other perk kind of happens a little bit further down the road. A lot of credit cards will actually give you perks of travel rewards or cash back as you use the cards. This is something that you work towards. Starting out, any card that you apply for because you are either a student or just starting out in your career, it's going to be a pretty basic card. However, once you prove that you can handle it effectively and responsibly, you can apply for a larger limit, you can apply for a different product, and the perks that come with that can be pretty cool. So just something to keep in mind if that's something that you're interested in. Anyways, that's about all the time I have right now. I think the dog's barking and we gotta go, so thanks for tuning in, guys. Stay safe.
Hey, Mama, that was really super boring. We never do anything fun. Please stop talking about credit cards. It's getting to be a problem. Let's go play instead.